Let us do Brahmanand.
Hello students, in the previous session we discussed cancer. What is cancer? It is the abnormal uncontrolled proliferation of cell without differentiation which develops the tumor. Tumor is of two types, benign and malignant. Benign tumor is non-cancerous, malignant tumor is cancerous. Malignant tumor shows the metastasis, the spreading of the cancerous cells to other parts of the body. The mass of cell of the tumor is called neoplasm. Different cancers we discussed the different type based on the where the tumor arises. The sarcoma when the tumor develops in the connective tissue. Carcinoma when the cancer develops in the epithelial tissue. Some examples like the bone cancer known as osteoma, the adipose tissue cancer lipoma, the blood cancer means when the WBC number increases abnormally, that is leukemia, generally known as blood cancer, the increase in lymphocyte, lymphoma, which is also known as Hodgkin's disease, is he found out for the first time, Hodgkin's. And the most common cancer are the mouth throat cancer in males and the uterine cervical cancer in females in India. We discussed the causes, the different causes, the maybe physical causes, irritation of the tissue due to the tightly worn saris or dhotis, using the congress by the Kashmiri people under the garments, and due to the excessive exposure to the ultraviolet rays or X-rays or gamma rays, the chewing of tobacco or betel, the smoking of cigarette or bidis, thus different sources are there which causes the cancer. But why? What these sources are having? They are having some agents, cancer causing agents. The cancer causing agents are called carcinogens. And carcinogens, again we can say mainly four types: physical, chemical, radiation and biological. Physical, chemical like nicotine, the present in cigarette, caffeine, radiation, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, or the radiation of the radioisotopes, biological viruses. The cancer causing viruses are known as oncogenic viruses. Okay, in this session we are going to discuss the genetic basis of cancer and symptom diagnosis and treatment. Okay. All cancers have a genetic basis which are caused due to the transformation of the cells, genetic transformation of the cells. All cancers have a genetic basis caused due to genetic transformation of cells. Genetic transformation of cells. The genes involved in the genes which are implicated means involved involved in cancer or carcinogenesis in cancer causing the cancer in cancer causing or carcinogenesis is called oncogenes or cancerous genes. Simply we can say oncogenes or simply cancerous genes. These cancerous genes broadly can be categorized into the oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes. Tumor suppressor genes. We will discuss these two genes. These genes are present since the fetal stage, but when they are stimulated, induced by some carcinogens, then they develop the cancer. Then they cause the cancer. These two genes present since fetal stage 1 and 2. These genes present since fetal stage. And when they are mutated, when these genes are mutated, mutation occurs, mutated by carcinogens, any type of carcinogen, they develop into ready to express oncogenes. Okay. Oncogenes encode oncoproteins. Oncogenes encode oncoproteins and they regulate the cellular function abnormally. Oncoproteins express the abnormal cell growth because they lost the loss of growth control occurs. Abnormal cell growth because of loss of growth control. So they produce malignant tumors. That's why cells are transformed into malignant tumor that causes the cells transformed into malignant tumor. What I told, the oncogenes encode oncoproteins. They express oncoproteins, they regulate the abnormal cell growth because of the loss of growth control and transformation of cells occurs. Transformation of the cells into malignant tumor occurs. Some viruses are the source of oncogenes. What are some viruses are source of oncogenes? Some viruses are the source of oncogenes. These viruses are called oncoviruses. Viruses are called oncoviruses. and the genes, the viral genes, and they are genes, are called viral proto-oncogene. Viral proto-oncogenes or VONC or VONC. These viral proto-oncogenes have the homologous gene in the human genome. They have homologous, these viral proto-oncogenes or VONC are having the homologous gene in human genome. In human genome also the similar type of gene is present, that is called cellular proto-oncogene. Cellular proto-oncogene or CONC. CONC. When this is the cellular. When this cellular proto-oncogene is mutated, it is a dominant gene. Remember, it is this allele is a dominant allele which causes the when it is mutated in single chromosome, it causes the cancer. So the cellular proto-oncogene, when it is mutated by deletion or addition or through by some virus, then what it becomes? It becomes the ready to express oncogene. Ready to express cellular oncogene, and this ready to express cellular oncogene, they develop expression ready to express or expression ready. You can write down expression ready cellular oncogenes. They encode oncoproteins. Because these cellular oncogenes, they lose their growth control. Lose the growth control. After mutation of the cellular proto-oncogenes, okay, cellular proto-oncogenes, they lose their growth control, and thus oncoproteins are expressed. Thus abnormal cell growth occurs. Abnormal growth or proliferation of cells occurs. Proliferation of cells occurs, leading to malignant tumor. Leading to malignant tumors. Okay, this is how the oncogenes develop, and examples VSRC, VMYC. These are the names are taken from the viruses they are derived from. Okay, write down all this. These viruses are, we can say, better to say, VONCs. What are these? The VONCs, viral proto-oncogenes. They constitute VONCs, VONC that constitute transformation factor, transformation factor that transforms the cellular proto-oncogene into the expression ready cellular oncogene. Proto-oncogene precursor stage, normal genes. These are normal genes, encode the normal protein. But when they are mutated, okay, or when they are transformed, either mutated or transformed by V-oncogenes, but transformed, who does the transformation? V-onc. Viral proto-oncogenes have the transformation factors, constitute the transformation factor. They transform the cellular proto-oncogene into the expression ready oncogenes that express the oncoproteins as they lose the growth control and malignant tumor develops. Okay, and examples as we discuss, VSRC and VMYC. The tumor suppressor genes are the anti-oncogenes. They encode tumor suppressor protein. These tumor suppressor proteins, they regulate mainly the two functions, that are, they inhibit the abnormal cell growth, or we can say the cell progression, cell cycle progression, abnormal cell growth, abnormal cellular growth. Or simply we can say the progression of cell cycle progression, or simply cell cycle. It inhibits the progression of cell cycle. By progress, when the cell cycle progresses, what will happen? Cell division, again cell division, again cell division. That is inhibited. And prevention of malignant tumors, The examples are like PGR, that is PGR gene that encodes the retinoblastoma protein, which is a tumor suppressor protein. suppressor protein. That means it controls the cell cycle progression. It inhibits the abnormal cellular growth and even thus prevents the malignant tumor. I am giving another example, P53 that encodes P53 active protein. Okay. Suppose this the damage of DNA is damaged. On DNA damage, for example, on DNA damage, if it is a small damage, if a small damage, then tumor suppressor gene, suppose let us take a TSG, tumor suppressor gene fixes TSG, tumor suppressor gene repairs and fixes it, repairs and fixes the damage. If a big damage then TSG, tumor suppressor gene, encodes such protein, okay, factor that kills the damaged tissue, kills the damaged tissue. It is the property of ability that is called programmed cell death. It follows the programmed cell death. But when the tumor suppressor gene is mutated in both the homologous chromosomes, if TSG means, just I am taking here, it is not the correct abbreviation. If TSG undergoes some mutation or mutated, TSG are mutated in both homologous chromosome, then what happens? Then it loses the cellular growth control on cellular growth, loses the cellular growth control and programmed cell death, even this programmed cell death, and causes the malignant tumor and thus develops malignant tumor.
Some modern methods of detection and diagnosis of cancer. Fine needle aspiration cytology, FNAC. By using a fine needle, quickly taking sample from the area of the tumor, Okay, biopsy of tissues. If the tumor is detected as cancerous, is found to be cancerous, then biopsy is done. Biopsy taking the sample and culturing in the laboratory. Culturing of that tissue in the laboratory, in the lab. PET test, PAP PET is named after the scientist the first few the letters of the scientists. Peptase, cytological staining is done for cervical cancer, cervix cancer, done by using dye. So cytological staining, for staining the tissue cells, it is done. X-rays, CT scans, MRI scans. X-rays to study the anatomy is done. Some organs, they are studied through the X-rays. CT scan, computerized tomography, CT scan for anatomy. Computerized tomography. The study of the internal organs, anatomy, without cutting the body. This is magnetic resonance imaging. Magnetic resonance imaging. These are also the CT scan or magnetic resonance imaging. These are the medical imaging of the anatomy. Even by using the CT scan, the cross section of the blood vessels, the bone can be studied. By using the MRI, even the physiological functions also can be studied. Mammography, like the X-ray of the mammary gland in breast cancer. The abnormal count of WBC is done in leukemia, blood cancer. Leukemia, that is the blood cancer. Monoclonal antibodies along with radioisotopes. Monoclonal antibody. The cancerous plasma cells, myeloma. Cancerous plasma cells. Cancerous plasma cells. We will study in detail in the biotechnology. Cancerous plasma cells are called myeloma. Myeloma cells are attached with, combined with, fused with B cells, so that the B cell will differentiate to produce antibody quickly, and large amount of antibodies can be produced. But what is the use of monoclonal antibodies in the diagnosis of cancer? On the cancerous cell, large number of antigens they are found, and this when the monoclonal antibodies are used for diagnosis, the antibodies they bind with the antigens present on the surface of cancerous cells. Got it? The cancerous cells have a lot of antigens on their the cancer causing antigens, carcinogenic antigens on the surface of the cell, and they when the monoclonal antibodies are used, means the cancerous plasma cell and B cell, which are called hybridoma. This fusion of these two cells is called hybridoma. We will study in biotechnology. So I am not telling you in detail, just remember this much. Possible symptoms of cancer. A persistent cough or hoarseness in a smoker. In smokers, there is a hoarseness, irritation, inflammation, pain in the smoker, or cough in the voice box, hoarseness in the voice box. In voice box, irritation, inflammation, sore throat, okay, maybe due to sore throat, painful throat, or in the voice. Change in the digestion and bowel formation. The formation of fecal material is changed and the digestion is also changed. If it is persistent, okay, persistent means continuous. Persistent means continuous change in digestive and the bowel formation habit, digestive and bowel habit. Change in wart and mole. Wart, suppose in different parts of our body. The warts, suppose this is a extra mass of tissue. These are the wart. Okay. And mole, the black mole, you know, mole, a lump or hard area. Lump means a hard area in the breast or in any other tissue. Unexpected loss of appetite. Diet is reduced. Unexplained low-grade fever. Constantly the low-grade fever, low fever remaining. Unexplained loss of weight. Low appetite, loss of weight results into the loss of weight. Any uncurable ulcer or wound. Non-injury bleeding from nose, mouth or any opening of the body. The bleeding in vagina at times other than the menstruation means through the vagina. Maybe due to bleeding in uterus or cervix or in vaginal region. So bleeding in vagina at the times other than menstruation. These are the some possible symptoms of the cancer. 4 general methods of treatment for cancer are presently available. 4 methods, general methods of treatment for cancer. They are surgery, the removal of entire cancerous tissue, removal of entire cancerous tissue. The radiation therapy, the X-rays, gamma rays, or radiation of radioisotopes. Isotopes are used. That means the cancerous tissue is exposed to. That means what is done? Cancerous tissues are exposed to X-rays or gamma rays or radiation of radioisotopes. What are the radioisotopes are used? Yes, radium-220, that is radium-220, Rn-220, cobalt-60, Rn-220, cobalt-60, iodine-131. You have to write on full name, okay? Radon, RADON, radon to 220. It is 220. Cobalt-60, not 6. Sorry. Cobalt-60. Okay, this is radon, cobalt, and this is iodine. Any of these are used. The cancerous tissue is exposed to these rays, any of these rays or radiations, so that the tissue are destroyed without damaging the surrounding normal tissue. Occurs. Chemotherapy. In chemotherapy, the drugs are used. Anti-cancerous drugs are used. What is used? anti-cancerous drugs are used. That's why it is chemotherapy. Therapy means treatment. Okay, these drugs, anti-cancerous drugs, and drugs are there. They destroy the. They means they inhibit the DNA synthesis. DNA synthesis in those cancerous cells. In those cancerous cells, the DNA synthesis is inhibited. Then these drugs, generally these drugs are more toxic. These drugs are more toxic to the cancerous cells than the normal cells. Even these drugs, they destroy the cancerous tissue. Okay, they destroy the cancerous tissue, means kills the, destroy, always directly we can say kills. The anti-cancerous drugs kill the cancerous tissue. It has many side effects. Side effects are there. Side effects like loss of hair, and even the anemia, loss of appetite, loss of or anemia. It leads to causes anemia, bloodlessness. So it can be recovered afterward. In generally, the cancer treatment is done. Most of the cancers are treated. Write down along with me. Most of the cancers are treated in combination. Treated by surgery in combination with the radiation therapy and or chemotherapy. With chemotherapy and or radiation therapy. Even the biological response modifiers are used. Biological response modifiers are used. Biological response modifiers like for example interference are used to inhibit the development of tumors. This interference, they activate the interference do? Interference, they activate the immune system. They activate immune system. they activate the immune system of the body. We've discussed in the earlier session of the immunity, the interferons are produced by the that viral infected cells. So we can clear that in laboratory also this can be developed by technology. By using the biotechnology, interferons are used and interferons are developed and collected and stored, and this can be used for the cancer treatment to activate enhance the immune system. Okay, and it helps in destroying the interference helps in destroying. Later we will discuss the immunotherapy. After this, the interference, they destroy helps in destroying. Interference help in destroying the tumors. We can see interferon that is also means we can put into the immunotherapy. Okay, then immunotherapy. Immunotherapy refers the treatment that use the body's own immune system, refers the treatment that use the body's own immune system to fight cancer. To fight cancer. The immunotherapy is a natural anti-cancer treatment because own immune system that fight against the cancer. So this method, it involves the natural anti-cancer. It involves, we can say this is natural anti-cancer immunotherapy. Immunotherapy or immune treatment. Own immune system is used to destroy the cancer or cancerous tissue. Here monoclonal antibodies are used. Monoclonal antibodies. What are the monoclonal? Again I am telling, already I told you that monoclonal antibodies. The cancerous plasma cell, they are produced. The one type of antibody, single antibody. Antibodies. MAPS. These monoclonal antibodies may be used singly. Let me write down in black pen. Used singly or in combination with radioisotope substances. Combination with radioisotopes. Which are called, when it is in combination, these are called radioimmunotherapy. Then it is called radioimmunotherapy. When the monoclonal antibodies are used in combination with the radioisotopes and monoclonal antibodies together, they are injected into the bloodstream. Okay? As we discussed, the monoclonal antibodies along with the radioisotopes are used for the treatment. Even the monoclonal antibodies in single, they can be used for the treatment of the cancer. Even monoclonal antibodies along with the radioisotopes, they are used for the diagnosis of prostate cancer and thyroid cancer for antigen specific. Okay, the monoclonal antibodies of antigen specific. In the year 2008, Harald Jur Haschen shared the Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine for the finding of the human papilloma virus, which causes cervical cancer. The most common cancer in the world, the lungs cancer and the breast cancer. The most common cancers in India are the oral cancer, the breast cancer and the cervical cancer. Okay, write down all these points.
So, as we discussed, the most common cancer in India, the breast cancer, uterine, cervical cancer. Cervical cancer means we can say uterine and cervical cancer is common. Oral cancer, that means mouth throat cancer is common in male. Uterine cervical cancer common in female. And around the world, lung and breast cancer are common. What we discussed in this session? Yes, the genetic basis of the cancer. What are the genetic basis? The two type of genes are responsible, oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes. These genes are present since the fetal stage, but when during the lifetime, when they are induced by the carcinogens, then they develop into the expression ready oncogenes, and they lose by losing their ability over the growth control, they allow the development of the tumors. We discussed the diagnosis, symptoms and treatment. Diagnosis, the needle aspiration, fine needle aspiration, or the biopsy, or the monoclonal antibody, X-ray, CT scan, MRI scan, etc. is done. And the symptoms, what are the symptoms? Are like the mild fever, then persistent cough and hoarseness in the throat, cough or hoarseness in the throat, loss of appetite, even the bleeding from the openings of the body, like the mouth or nose, or even vaginal bleeding, even the menstruation period time is not there. Treatment is done like the surgery. Four possible treatments are there: surgery, radiation therapy, chemical therapy and immunotherapy. And monoclonal antibodies are important for diagnosis as well as for treatment. Okay, thank you.